In what many are calling a defining moment in Pan-African political discourse, Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader and transitional president, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, firmly silenced South Africa's economic freedom fighters, EFF, leader Julius Malema and his top party members during a high-stakes debate on the future of African leadership, sovereignty, and accountability. The debate, broadcast across multiple African media platforms, unfolded during a heated continental summit focused on redefining African alliances and charting a new course for political independence. The stage was set for tension as Captain Traoré, known for his uncompromising stance against imperialism and corruption, shared the floor with Julius Malema, the outspoken and often polarizing leader of the EFF. What was expected to be a display of mutual revolutionary zeal quickly turned into a fiery confrontation of ideologies. While Malema initially spoke passionately about African unity, land redistribution, and breaking ties with former colonial powers, he took the opportunity to criticize leaders of the so-called military transitions, implying that some had traded true democratic values for power consolidation under the guise of revolution. His comments were seen as a thinly veiled jab at leaders like Traoré. But Captain Ibrahim Traoré was not one to sit quietly. Traoré's calm, but devastating response. Without raising his voice or breaking composure, Traoré delivered a calm, calculated, and deeply piercing response that left the EFF delegation visibly shaken. He began by acknowledging the legitimacy of the call for African unity, but quickly pivoted to expose what he described as the performative activism of some African political parties. The revolution is not about wearing red berets and chanting slogans, Traoré said. It is about sacrifice, about standing between your people and the bullets of exploitation. It is about turning away from luxury and committing to build something from the ashes of broken promises. Many speak of revolution, but they live in comfort. Meanwhile, we fight for our people with our backs to the wall. Traoré went on to question the effectiveness of so-called revolutionary movements that spend more time campaigning for power than working with the people in the villages and streets. How many of us have slept in the same huts as the farmers? How many of us have walked barefoot with the orphans? Revolution is not a suit you wear during election season, it is a life you choose. EFF MPs and top party officials attempted to fire back, challenging Traoré on human rights issues in military-run states and suggesting that democratic elections were the only true path to freedom. But Traoré responded by flipping the narrative, asking, "What has democracy delivered in many African countries except recycled elites and puppets of foreign interests? Democracy without sovereignty is a stage play for the West. We are not actors. We are architects." Julius Malema, visibly frustrated, tried to regain footing by invoking Pan-African icons like Kwame Nkrumah and Thomas Sankara, but Traoré was prepared. Sankara did not wait for permission from the West to act. He fed the people. He empowered women. He rejected the debt. That is our path. Not one of applause from foreign media or popularity contests, but of truth and painful service. Clips of the exchange went viral within hours, with social media platforms across Africa erupting with praise for Traoré's fierce authenticity and courage. Many users, even in South Africa, expressed disappointment with the EFF's inability to respond effectively and applauded Traoré for cutting through the noise. Some labeled the debate a political schooling of Julius Malema, calling it one of the most sobering moments in recent African politics. Political analysts have noted that this incident could signal a shift in the African youth's political allegiance, from charismatic political parties to leaders of action, even those outside traditional democratic structures. While both Malema and Traoré claim to champion African liberation, the stark contrast in their delivery and track records has reignited conversations about what real revolutionary leadership looks like in the 21st century. For many, Traoré's grounded, no-nonsense approach represents a new wave of African leadership, one that isn't polished for Western approval but is forged in the fires of genuine struggle. Whether this moment is just a flash in the pan or a turning point in Pan-African politics remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, Captain Ibrahim Traoré left the room with his voice as the only one still echoing.